10 things peculiar to Igbo men raised in the north. If you're about to get married to an Igbo man and you're feeling, oh, he's raised in the north, are you sure he's still your ideal Igbo man? Based on my observation, you're about to find out. So if you didn't already know, I'm an Igbo girl born and raised in the north. Yeah, and this video is based off of, my observation, little research here and there, having lived in the north practically all my life. And best believe I do have a lot of family members here in the north. Like, we are home. We've made home here already. We've practically made home here. Please note that my husband is also an Igbo man raised in the north, and no, disclaimer, all these attributes are not peculiar to him. No, some of them are really far from his attributes, his personality entirely. So let's just get into the video. So number one thing peculiar to Igbo men based in the north is that they still love their native food. Did you think you were going to take that out of an Igbo man? An Igbo man makes his native food priority. So if you're that girl, you're planning to marry an Igbo man, but you're thinking, oh, he's based in the north. Onye ubua obuzi onye Hausa. Ubua obuzi Sorry, my Igbo is terrible. I don't need to take priority in learning how to make his native meals. At this point, I'm sure he's just open to just anything. An Igbo man, irrespective of where he's raised, where he was brought up, he still takes priority in sorting for his native meals. We're talking about ofe ora, ofe egusi, ofe onubu. Bring it on. Despite the fact that, some of these Igbo men, have been raised around the north, I still notice that they still find, northern food strange. You still see an Igbo man make statements like, what is this? You've practically been around this food practically all your life, and yet you still find this food strange. I've noticed that if you walk into a restaurant and on their menu there is no native food, there's no native food there, you will hardly find an Igbo man there. And for that reason, most northerners, that own restaurants now, have to infuse these Igbo meals into their menu just to attract those Igbo customers. Second thing on my list about Igbo men raised in the north is that they are hustlers. You cannot take that out of an Igbo man. Irrespective of where he's raised, where an Igbo man grows up, he's a born hustler. Like, at this point, I would say it's in an Igbo man's blood. In as much as you are from the east, it's in your blood at this point. Unless you're potty or 9 to 5 is just made for you. But 9 to 5, you're still hustling actually. Scratch that. An Igbo man will not mind, bending to another culture, learning the language, in order to attract his target market, his target customers. That is an Igbo man for you. He's a born hustler. He does what it takes, legally, of course. Legally. The third thing on my list is that they do not joke with their community. An Igbo man, irrespective of where he finds himself, he always makes it a priority to form community. I'm talking about meetings, having an association, brotherhood kind of thing, that come through for you. And I think what they do is that, they have meetings, they have stipulated time in a month, to come together, form this brotherhood where they come through for you, in terms of, you have an event, be it naming ceremony, weddings, child dedication, they always come through for you, support, back up as your people. So an Igbo man makes sure to identify with his community. He doesn't joke with that at all. He always makes it a priority to identify with his community. That kind of thing, a meeting. And this meeting, people, this community usually comprised of, chairman, treasurer, all those good stuff. So an Igbo man always makes it a priority to form that community. So if you're thinking because this man is raised in the north, this man is in the north, they are not identified with anybody, they are just my mama tell me say I'm from Imo State, my papa tell me say I'm from Ebonyi State. No, an Igbo man still makes it a priority to form communities. And especially if you need things like, state of origin certificates, these communities also help you provide with stuffs like that. You don't have to travel all the way down to the east because you are looking for state of origin certificates. That's the reason why you have communities like this. That's how you reason you have, you know, just some sort of backbone, unless for very few occasions, for personal reasons, be it religious, whatever reason, then they may decide to, you know what, I want to stay away from anything community. I just want to be my own and just know that I'm from this state. So let me just be on my own. So number 4 thing on my list that I've noticed about Igbo men raised in the north is that they are not particular. In fact, they're not very intentional about teaching their dialect to their children. Please do not come for me, but this is based off of my observation. You notice that Igbo men, their kids who, you know, are based here in the north that I've seen around me, I am using myself as an example. Yes, I'm using myself as an example. You know, I feel like I don't speak my dialect as much as I should be speaking my dialect. Probably, maybe it has to do with my environment. Maybe it's because I didn't grow up in the east. This is not to disregard, you know, those that are very intentional, very particular about, because it takes intentionality, it takes you being particular. Number 5 on my list about Igbo men based in the north is that they never forget their roots. Yes, you think because he's in the north he doesn't know where home is? Never. An Igbo man based in the north is always looking for ways, room, you know, to go back home. He's always looking for time, especially during festive periods, always looking forward to going back home. An Igbo man never forgets his roots. He always knows that I need to go home at some point. I need to be home at some point, be it in a year, be it in 2 years, 5 years. An Igbo man never forgets his roots. So number 6 on my list is that Igbo men are lovers. Yes, they do not joke with their family. Like, family is priority to an Igbo man, irrespective of where he's raised, where he grows up. An Igbo man makes sure to take care of his wife, take care of his children. Igbo men, like, they are the sweetest that I have ever heard of. It is only an Igbo man you will see that is riding Okada and he has kids abroad, you know, schooling abroad. That's an Igbo man for you. He takes priority in caring for his family, looking after his children, making sure, you know, everybody is good. Number 7 on my list is that an Igbo man's love language is money. I know you like the sound of that. As much as an Igbo man loves money, that is how he loves to give. An Igbo man gives as a form of love. And being in the north, it just doesn't take that away from them. I know we all love money, but money has a special place in an Igbo man's heart. Number 8 on my list is that Igbo men who grew up in the north are not such great cooks. I don't know who told you they can cook. I don't know if it has to do with the environment, but Igbo men, especially those raised in the north, are not such great cooks. Please let me know in the comment section if you think otherwise. Let us know in the comment section. Have you met an Igbo man, especially those raised in the north, that can cook? Like, they can cook, but are they great cooks? Can they cook, or are they just cooking to survive? So number 9 on my list is that an Igbo man is a man's man. Wokem. An Igbo man is just generally a man's man. He comes through for his person, his people, his brother. He's a brother's kind of man. An Igbo man is generally a man's man. See, at this point, if you see an Igbo man that is like, this lady is my friend, question it. It's questionable. It's not really friend, you know, that kind of friend. Number 10 on my list, which is the last but not the least, is that trust an Igbo man to have a northerner as friend in their corner. I'm yet to find that Igbo man who is based in the north that doesn't have an aboki in his corner. Very rare. Very, very rare. And generally speaking, yeah, having been raised, practically grew up in the north, I would say northerners are the most easiest to relate with. Did you think they were just going to form communities and not make northern friends? Hell no. Like, to a large extent, they make very good bonds with northerners. And trust an Igbo man to go where he's welcomed. Trust an Igbo man to be where he is welcomed. So at the top of my head, these are 10 things, you know, based on my observation, having practically lived in the north, that I can say that these are peculiar to, you know, Igbo men based in the north, who are raised in the north. Please share your thoughts with me. Do you think this just has to do with Igbo men generally speaking? Because, you know, as I'm saying these things, as I'm making this video, it's beginning to look like I think this is just peculiar to Igbo men in general. Please let us know in the comment section section. Share your thoughts with me. Are there some of these points that you can relate with? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you found it entertaining. Oh, then I definitely did something right. I believe you have your thoughts. Please share them with me in the comment section. Do not forget to share this video with your family, with your friends. Let us know what they think as well, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.